Uyazing Betty Mali. Sazo figure gada. Baby unga hambi.
Howdy, cowboy. How are you guys doing?
Yeehaw.
It's another episode, another week. I don't know, that just came to my head. When last did you watch a good Western? Are Westerns still...
It's actually been long, eh?
Are Westerns still a thing? I guess they're not, but yes. Sorry for that random tangent. But welcome to another episode of Nothing But Football. We're here to discuss football and nothing else. Mm-hmm. Maybe something else, but most likely nothing else. But yes, we're back for another week, gents. How are you guys doing?
It's a better week.
It's a better week, eh?
I'm good, but y'all two look tender, guys. What did you do last night? Y'all two be looking a bit too tender.
I just had carrot juice, bro.
Yeah, carrot juice is detoxing your system, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? No, man. This is just my normal life, my normal Zen life. But yes, guys, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe, do all that stuff. If you're enjoying the channel, we always welcome the comments as well. We'll try, look at everyone's views and combine them with our own and see who's right as the debaters go. But yeah, let me start by introducing my hosts, actually. I've been asking you guys how you're doing. People are wondering, who are these Nigerians? But yeah, on my right, I've got Uncle Curtis.
How you doing, guys? It's all good.
Yes, not on my extreme right. I thought I'd change it up. On my far right. How you
good,
doing?
dog. I can't complain. Streets is nice.
Yeah.
We voted yesterday.
Load shedding's back.
Load shedding is back, and now normal service resumes.
No, man, that's good. And then on my close right, I've got Uncle Logosa, King Don.
How
you doing, man?
I'm all good, dog.
No, man, that's good.
As they gave us this time to remember what level 1 was like so we could vote for them. Now petrol is going up now.
They always do that, eh?
Everything is like, thank you for your votes. Hey.
Yes, $20. Come on, bro. This is so unreasonable. But nonetheless, another game week resumed. Some surprising results and obviously results we expected. So let's get to that, man. Let's start with the opening fixture. Just waiting for it to buffer. And yes. Oh, yes. That was Leicester versus Arsenal. That happened at the King Power Stadium. Obviously, Nigerians want to see us bleeding, but we're not bleeding. That was 2-0 to the Arsenal. Goals from Gabriel Magalhães.
Something like that.
Magalhães. Is it Magalhães or Magalhães? Yeah.
Sure,
And Emil Smith Rowe. Obviously no reply from Leicester. But Uncle Lugosa, what do you take from this game? Form-wise as well?
Yeah.
And just performance-wise?
I think it's a good result, right? Because I think the positions you're going to want to be playing for in the league, I think Leicester and Arsenal won't be too far from each other. So I think that's a good result. I think Arsenal were the better team. Arsenal were the better team. They deserved the result. I think it's good for Arsenal. Confidence-wise, I think it will be massive.
No, agreed. Uncle Curtis, your views on that game?
Decent game. Good pressing in the first half. Got the 2-goal lead.
Yeah.
In the second half, did weigh a bit, but they did change it, and we didn't concede, so you can't complain about that. Smith Rowe scored again. If it's not the second or third game running. Defender scored. Another clean sheet. I can't complain, man. That's basically no loss since the loss to City. That was 5-0.
Yeah.
All our players coming back. So everything is looking... We're playing once a week, man. I expect to win more games than draw even.
Yes.
We're playing once a week, so we gotta be prepared. The tactics have gotta be there. Because this week is Champions League. We only playing on Sunday.
Yeah.
Champions League teams should be tired when we play them. So I expect nothing less.
Sure.
Not true. My views on this game, good performance from Arsenal. Ramsdale saved our asses. There was a point in the second half where he was getting attacked left, right, and center.
Yeah.
That free kick, I think it was from Madison.
That was a good save.
That save was,
You can even see Madison turns away thinking he scored.
Yes.
You can see him start to run for that celebration.
So for me, Ramsdale for me was a surprise. Not surprise, actually. He's been doing it week in and week out for
He's
us.
a surprise signing for me.
Yes. I mean, we criticized them in the beginning, saying we're wasting money.
On a second
we
choice.
we didn't see the vision, basically.
Yeah.
But he's so far for me, he's been an amazing signing.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. Leno, he I don't know what's going to happen with him. He's in real trouble now. Ben White as well, guys.
It's another signing that's going for me. The signings are doing well, man, but I don't want to get carried away.
Ben White's a good player.
I don't want to get carried away. I want to see. Let's talk again in December. We're playing once a week, and then after, even if we do something this season, next season, if we're back in Europe, I want to see, do we have the squad depth to compete on all fronts? Because it's a different challenge then. So we got to do something this season, and we got to do something next season as well. We just can't let it be a once-off.
And then I've got a question for you guys. I've been seeing this going around actually. Do you think Smith Rowe deserves the England call up?
Have you gotten one?
Not yet.
He's under 23s.
No, not yet. Just for how much competition there is and the level of that competition. Because he'll probably get picked as a white guy, right?
Yeah.
Grealish, Foden, Sterling, Rashford, Sancho.
Sancho's competition.
Yeah, he went to the Euros.
Okay,
As in he's got the shirt ahead of you. As in you will need to take him out of line. But I'm just saying there's so much competition there.
Uncle Curtis, your view on that?
He has to keep up the scoring form. He has to keep up the assisting form. If he continues like this, he'll be outperforming most of the players that I mentioned there. And then you can't deny him. So, World Cup is next year, nah? It's still far away.
Yeah.
You know how England are like. If he scores from now until the end of the season, watch him be a surprise call-up.
Is the World Cup next year November? They changed the timing of it, no?
Yeah,
so
because
the season's break or what?
Yeah, so basically, because Qatar's so hot,
Yeah.
they can't really do it in July because that's just going to be madness.
Mm.
So I think they've tried to push it closer to a winter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah, but we'll see how it goes.
But it's still hot even, I think. They
still
still
got
have to
aircons,
do
man.
the...
In the dead of winter, they still got aircons over
You
there.
remember they were making artificial clouds and stuff.
Now they're stunting on us. They're gonna give the raw materials back to Africa.
Dog.
They're gonna build stadiums and then whatever, like deconstruct them. But yeah, looking at other fixtures, I think it was Liverpool versus Brighton at Anfield. Shock result, but not the only shock result. That was Liverpool going to a draw, 2-2 draw to Brighton. Yeah. Obviously, goals from Jordan Henderson. Things looked great in the beginning. And then Sadio Mane scored. And then Enoch Mwepu scored. And then Leandro Trossard scored. Uncle Curtis.
It does start 21 November, just to let you guys know.
What?
The World Cup, 21 November.
So, are they going to have games at Christmas? Oh, no. Normally World Cup.
And
Just
World
before
Cup's a month.
Yeah, just before Christmas.
Just over a month.
Those players are going to work, eh?
My boy.
They're working next season. Unless they're going to start the season a bit earlier. But you were talking about Burnley. Yeah, my boy.
No, Brighton.
Brighton. Oh, I thought it was Burnley.
Yes.
I thought we were talking about Max Cornet now. I thought we were talking about that back man doing wonders.
I won't lie. He's really surprised me.
Okay. How do I feel about Brighton? And who were Brighton playing this past weekend again?
It was Liverpool. They went 2-2 draw. It was goals from Henderson, Mane, and then Mwepu and Trossard.
Good goal by Henderson. Good goal by that Mwepu as well.
Yeah.
From Zambia. Got to rip out people over there. Liverpool, they went 2-0 up, man. I was expecting them to run riot. Good fight back from Brighton. They came back, it ended up 2-2. Yeah, so from going 2-0 down and then Liverpool looking like they're going to score from fun to getting a point. Was it away at Anfield?
No.
It was at Anfield again.
It was at Anfield. Yeah.
So that's a big result for
result.
Brighton.
It shows that Brighton are steadily moving up, competing wise. They haven't finished top half stuff, so that's one. I got them odds on to hit the top half of the table this season. I got them odds on because Aston Villa poor this season. Newcastle is just not quite ready to make that push.
Yeah.
But they might get Unai Emery. We have a lot of managerial discussions to talk over there. And then What are the teams?
I was leaving that for part 2.
With the form that they started off this season, man, like they could easily finish top off because they're already on what, 17 points, if not somewhere there. And normally they end up on 37 points, 40 points at the end of the
16.
season. 16. They're already almost halfway to the normal points tally. And we're only 10 games in, so I think they'll be the surprise package this season. Although everybody's expecting them to do better for a while now.
Agreed. Let me give my thoughts before I switch over there to you. There was actually someone who surprised me because, funny enough, against United he looked pretty good, but in this game he looked like a headless chicken, and that's Konate, the defender. I mean, yes, like I think one of the goals he ran up and then left a hole at the back.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure about the first one. I think the first one, like it was a wonder goal. Some would say it might have been a fluke, but it was a goal nonetheless. So we can't really blame him for that one. The second one, I think that was the chat, that it was his fault. So yeah, but other than that, Liverpool should have capitalized, and they didn't. Uncle Logosa?
Yeah, I think it's dropping points at home you don't want to do. Brighton is a tough game, especially how they've started the season. I think I have to keep the same energy when there's a draw with Brighton against Arsenal. I said it's a good result for Arsenal. So this is not the worst result for Liverpool. They would have rather, you 2 goals up.
Yeah.
You want to take the points. But yeah, not so bad, but yeah, Brighton showed you can play against Liverpool, you know what I mean? It wasn't just counter-attack, they were putting moves together, you know what I mean? So that was good to see.
No, indeed. Yeah, but that was actually, I still don't believe that Liverpool did that, but we'll move on to another fixture. It was Manchester City versus Crystal Palace. That, for me, was the shock result of the weekend. And that's because City lost 2-0 to Crystal Palace. Patrick Vieira representing the Blacks.
Black Managers United, my boy. We're all behind Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, no, he's doing wonders for the black coach movement. Obviously, black coaches don't get the same, the same chance as some.
You know, on a side note, when I saw that black coaches are not respected, guys, what do you guys remember about Pirlo at Juventus?
What do we remember
about Pirlo as a manager? Like, what did he do? That was nothing. He had Ronaldo and led them to 4th, right?
Yes.
When Juventus sacked Koeman, guess who the media were putting up as possible replacements at Barcelona?
Pirlo.
They put Pirlo along with other managers. Make sense. Was Ten Hag, the usual suspects. But I saw Pirlo's name and I'm like, what is this man doing here?
So you can write off your name. Well, they can write off their names.
I think Pirlo kind of put Juventus in this downward spiral.
Yes.
They
should.
Deservedly so. Like, I don't think Pirlo even had any managerial experience.
He didn't finish his coaching badges when they hired him.
Yeah, he didn't even,
just because he looks cool.
But let's not...
he just finished it because I think he wrote some nice thesis or something in his...
Oh, okay.
So then let's talk about where credit is due. Is Patrick Vieira, 2-0 against the mighty City. Good job. Let's not forget that he had a tough job. It wasn't an easy job to join.
Yeah.
He lost half the squad due to being out of contract. Got into the job, didn't complain, signed a couple of young players, tried a Will and Do It deal, got the Celtic strike over there as another good option. And he's got them playing. Drew 2-2 against Arsenal after taking the lead. And a lot of the time, they are, what's the word I'm looking for here? They one mistake less away from winning more games than they should. Than they can, because against Arsenal, 95th minute equalizer. Against another team, they were 2-0 up. They conceded 2 goals in the last 10, 15 minutes of the game. So they're taking the lead in games. They just need to learn how to finish the game, close it off. And then they would be so much higher on the table right now. But Patrick Vieira's got all my support. All my support up until the end of the season. Hope he does a good job. I hope he does better than Roy Hodgson. And that's no disrespect to him, but it will show that he took a team forward where Roy Hodgson was always hovering around the relegation zone. So let's get the black managers going, man. Like let's put these guys into some respectable positions.
No, fair point. King Don?
Glad to see City drop some points. But you know them, they started last season also like this, dropping points here and there, and then they won 20 games in a row. So it's good to see them drop some points from a competition perspective. They'll be okay after this. I mean, the red card plays a big part. Obviously, but fair game to Crystal Palace, but obviously the red card changes the game. Yeah. But yeah, from a City perspective, they can still put gang wins together, so I won't write them off.
Not true. My thoughts actually, Crystal Palace is becoming a thorn in City side because I mean they pulled off that the one victory with that Andros Townsend wonder goal a couple of years ago. Like it looks like Crystal Palace on their day, they'll always put up a fight to City. But in regards to Patrick Vieira, I look at this and I say this guy's done very well. I'm looking at the youngsters he signed, and they seem to have had a great impact in the side. I mean, I'm looking at that Olise kid, the one he signed from France. That at first we were like, okay, this guy's not going for experience. Yeah, he's going for youngsters. He came in and he assisted. He did well. Edouard, good signing. Conor Gallagher, for as long as they'll have him, as a loan. I think that's a brilliant signing. I see that Mark Gueye, the guy in the defense, he's also Chelsea. I think he might have been signed if memory serves me correct. Yeah. Also solid at the back. But I guess the red card did change things. But yeah, good result for Patrick. And yeah, makes the league interesting, I guess. Everyone's still in contention. We're back at 6th now. You guys are at 5th. We're not that far ahead. It's 8 points behind the number 1 side. So yeah. It makes the league quite good. But yeah, I think that wraps it up for the City game. You'd think that this is the upset of the weekend, right?
Yeah.
I'd put it as
at home. City at home.
No. Then we move on to Newcastle United versus Chelsea. That was at St. James's Park. And Arab money didn't fare so well. That was 3-0 to Chelsea. Goals from Reece James. He scored 2 and a penalty from Jorginho. Uncle Curtis.
When did Reece James score the first goal?
65th.
65th.
Yeah.
Chelsea fans still not worried that their defenders are doing what strikers are supposed to be doing.
I was just about to ask you that question because it seems as though Reece James is now Chelsea's top goal scorer.
Yeah, I get it. But
behind him, I think it was Ben Chilwell.
So what's going to happen when they start being put on the back foot at Chelsea? Because the strikers aren't doing the job. I think Lukaku's out for a while because he got injured. Werner's not scoring. It's just defenders. Your defenders have got 4 and 3 goals. It's very worrying. It's very promising that you have such a solid back 4. But when Ferguson wanted to win his last league title, he's like, I need goals. He came and got Arsenal's best striker at the time. And those goals got him the league title. We're not going to put Pep and his teams into this thing because he plays that false 9 and he doesn't need strikers to win games.
And his team scores 100 goals in the league. So.
But that's spread across midfielders, 5-6 midfielders. Not against defenders. One defenders are going to start getting too cavalier, saying I can go for 10 goals a season now. And then all of a sudden they're going to start conceding. So I'm worried about that. It's an 18-month contract Tuchel that has now. So he has to perform up until the end of the season. Otherwise he's not going to get the job back again. So good performance again. They're winning. So you can't criticize a team that's winning. Yeah. And they're winning with clean sheets. But they have to sort out that striking problem because it will be a problem because they lost narrowly to City because they didn't have a striker on the pitch that did the job for them. And that's the only way I can put it. Yeah, I don't know what Lucas has to say, but hey, I'm worried about them in the long run.
Yeah. No, look, same concerns. Obviously, they're getting the points. The clean sheets are really the most impressive part for me. Yeah, look, they'll need to rely on somebody for some goals. Let's see them through the December period where there's games rotating like that. He'd need to rotate his forwards. But yeah, I think he'll be alright. I fancy them for a cup still. An FA Cup or something.
Yeah, actually, that is realistic for them. But yeah, for me, same worries as everyone, as you guys. Goal scorers. That's going to be a real problem. Defensively brilliant. Not brilliant, but I think the best of the league.
I'd say that the best defense.
Conceded 3 goals this whole season so far. So that's quite impressive. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. The fact that Reece James is your top goal scorer. In your front line, although Hakeem Ziyech and Havertz had a good goal scoring reputation, it doesn't seem to have materialized at Chelsea. So when if that happens, they might be good, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. So yeah, goals can't keep coming from defense. That's going to be a major problem. So something needs to give. And I'm actually going to look at Chelsea's future fixtures just to see, because that might play a part. I think they're going to be playing Leicester in 2 weeks, and Man United and West Ham. So
yeah, just do that run, boy.
I know. What's his name? Solskjaer's going to earn his job back.
Hey, boy.
This is the turnaround. So I think those are going to be games that you get tested at. I mean, they're even playing Burnley in the next week. So I even think that might be a challenge for Chelsea.
So the next 3 is Leicester, United, and Burnley.
No, it's Burnley. Yeah, Burnley, Leicester, United. So yeah.
And international break in between there.
Yeah, so hopefully they might get a striker back. I'm not sure from Lukaku's point of view.
But the strikers are not scoring, man.
Let me check on Lukaku and see if he is eligible. But I think it was an Achilles tendon, but they're also putting it down to burnout.
Yeah, they must let him rest.
Yeah.
Bring that man in December. Let him terrorize.
Not fair. I think that wraps it up for that game. Spurs versus Manchester United happened on Saturday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And
Sackico, that's what they're calling it.
yes, you guys, how proud of yourself do you feel, bro? You guys made Nuno lose his job. That game ended up 3-0 to United, with goals from Cristiano, Edison Cavani and Marcus Rashford. It was a feel-good session there by Old Trafford. Congrats to you guys.
Nice volley from Ronaldo.
Yes,
that was lit.
And congrats to my boy Ole. You've kept your job, bro.
Dog.
No matter what they told you, you're a fighter, dog. like a scared animal, like an animal in the corner. Like an animal in the corner. Let me find out from you, Mr. Manchester United. How did you feel about that result?
How I felt about the result is good. Look from an Ollie perspective, he changed the system up. He changed the team up. It really worked. Right? He went away from that 4-2-4 nonsense he was trying. Went what? 3-5-2. Cavani and Ronaldo up front. Greenwood and Rashford on the bench. So it was actually really good. I mean, we kept the ball well. The guys moved well. When we placed that 4-4, Rashford and Greenwood don't have to defend. So now you had a team that actually moved in unison, and that was dope performance by Ronaldo. Lots of movement by Cavani. I was quite happy with it in terms of the performance wise. But it's still Ole, dog. It's still you get this when his back is against the wall.
I have a question to ask you, but I'll ask you just now. Uncle Curtis, your views on this game from a Tottenham point of view. If you do,
they suck this season.
I remember speaking with the Man United fans saying, we should put Tottenham players into our FPL squads. And I'm like, have you seen how terrible Tottenham are? That's how terrible they are. As much as we do give Ole a lot of slack a lot of the times, he just loses games that he's not supposed to lose.
Sure.
But the games that he's generally supposed to win, he'll generally not supposed to win, he'll generally put in a decent performance. So it's one of those things of they have Ronaldo. Formation was right. Only thing that you can say you have against that United squad over the weekend is that it's hella old. Your leading strikers are Cavani and Ronaldo. Those are people at the end of their careers.
Yeah, 34, 36. Yeah,
Yeah, like, where's Rashford next to Ronaldo? Where's Greenwood next to Ronaldo? They're not learning fast enough. That would be the problem that I would say. Like, besides maybe Rashford, because when he plays on the wing, he plays perfectly. But like, where's the second striker that needed? Because these guys are old men, man. Like, you can't rely on Cavani for much longer because Cavani did a lot of the work that Ronaldo doesn't do all the time.
Yeah.
And that's what led to them dominating Tottenham, because somebody was willing to close down from leading from the front, do this, create space for the other strikers to score. And Cavani will always get his chance because he works that hard.
Yeah.
So he didn't score in this game, but
He did.
he did. Oh, flip. But playing with Ronaldo again in the next game, chances are he does the same thing again and gets a goal.
Yeah.
Let me ask you the question. Is Pogba getting iced out of the squad?
Pogba is suspended
Oh, yes.
on the record.
I don't know. Like, it's a shame that it went to a negative thought. But I thought he was iced out. But yeah, I'm looking at this result.
It's not that spectacular.
No, it's not.
Cuts,
It's really not spectacular. There's something going on that's.
But the clean sheet,
Arsenal's
United and clean sheets.
Arsenal's
That's big.
Arsenal's regenesis started at Spurs. It might be the same for United, man. We won 3-0 against Spurs, or 3-1, and they kept a clean sheet. And it's their second clean sheet of the season.
Yeah.
That's a major thing.
Yeah.
That's a major thing.
I look at it now, but I think something is going on. Something is wrong with Spurs. And the only place where I can kind of pinpoint it to is the new signings. I don't think the new signings are fitting in. Christian
For a long time.
Yeah. So, Emerson Royale, like I've said before, it doesn't look like he's got that ability to defend. It looks like they just upgraded on a Serge Aurier, basically. Because they used to complain about Serge Aurier, saying he can't defend.
Sure.
But then you go and you buy Emerson Royale, who seems to, be doing the same thing.
Man, Barca sold Emerson Royale without much of a fight.
Yeah.
Man.
For 30 mil, dog. Southampton bought him.
Yeah.
Very.
So if Barca is letting go of players, and we know Barca's problem, and they're not fighting too much, it tells you, because who are the right backs? They let go of Semedo, Wolves, not much of a fight.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's Emerson Royale, another right back, not much of a fight. Barca know they're not creating the best of defenders right now.
They're comfortable with Serginho Dest and
Exactly.
Sergi Roberto and all that.
So it's the things that you look at. So Spurs maybe making bad signings. Yeah, you can't be signing Barca rejects right now.
Yeah.
But when's the last time Spurs made a good signing?
Never.
Eh?
Maybe.
Nah, just like
That is a very good point. I mean, they've
because
got,
even then Ndombele is hot and cold.
yes,
You know what I mean?
Matt
Last
Doherty was another big money. Sergio Reguilon is not a bad signing.
That's a good
Okay,
sign.
sure.
Yeah, it's not a bad signing from my point of view. I look, Steven Bergwijn, a good player, but hasn't
not a
done
great
much.
signing.
Yeah, hasn't done much at I would have liked to see you guys give Donny van der Beek a chance in this game.
Right? There.
But
You've given up also there.
Yeah, this manager, because he likes to play the same players. There's not just Donny van der Beek. Alex Telles.
yeah, true.
That's a Brazilian international.
That's very true. Wasn't even in the matchday squad.
So I mean,
No,
let's see. It'll be a long season.
but I guess his back was against the wall. He needed to do something different. We criticized him when he did the 4-2-4. So
Yeah.
When you copied Conte's formation, 3-5-2.
I know, eh?
And then he put them right into Spurs' lap over there.
Then let's look at other fixtures. I think the fixture of interest that I'd look at is the Sunday fixture against Aston Villa. Aston Villa versus West Ham at Villa Park. And that ended up being a 4-1 victory for the West Ham. The Hammers seem to be doing very well. It was goals from Ben Johnson, Declan Rice, Pablo Fornals, and Jared Bowen. And from Aston Villa point of view, it was a goal from your boy Ollie Watkins. So he's finally scored. But yes, let me ask you, Uncle Curtis, what does this mean in terms of, title races? Not necessarily title races, top 6 races, and the, so-called rejuvenation. The black days, no, the rejuvenation. The rejuvenation of Aston Villa. What does that say to that? Yeah. No, Aston Villa. Remember they were saying that there's going to be a rejuvenation. No. They're going to be chasing for top 6 and whatnot.
Oh, with the Grealish money.
Yeah.
Let me start with West Ham. Decent performance. They're just a decent squad, West Ham, man. Like, nothing is great about West Ham to me. It's just a good squad doing good things, while other teams are getting their act together. All right. If every other team that's struggling now gets their act together, West Ham finish top 10, not top 6, because the other squads are better. West Ham, in terms of striker, don't make top 8.
Okay.
Every other club has a better striker than West Ham's Mikel Antonio. In fact, West Ham's biggest highlight is Declan Rice, and I don't rate him that high. When you think about it, because that's what they keep on banging about. Declan Rice this, Declan Rice that. Somebody went as far as saying that he's better at Roy Keane at his respective age. I didn't like Roy Keane, but hectic.
How old is Declan Rice?
At the respective age. I think it's maybe 23, 24. I don't know.
I think Roy Keane's at Forest at that age.
Yeah.
He broke a transfer record.
Yeah, but
he's not as good as Roy Keane.
They're saying he's better, man.
It's 22.
He's 22. Yeah. Okay, so, you know what I'm saying? They got a lot of work to do. And the only way I can look at West Ham right now is they're going to fall off because they're getting too much hype now. All right? Because that squad is just good. It's not great. It's just good. Yeah. And then when you look at Aston Villa, I remember Villa fans were getting too froggy, man. Talking a whole lot of nonsense, talking a whole lot of cack at the beginning of the season. Villa were feeling themselves when they were bidding 30 million for Smith Rowe, and they're like, what you call this thing? Aston Villa's on the up and up. Why wouldn't Smith Rowe leave Arsenal to join Aston Villa?
Oh boy.
And
a lot of commentators were talking smack.
Let's not forget, Arsenal was on, was down, but in no way is Aston Villa at any way close to the same level of what Arsenal can achieve compared to Aston Villa. Arsenal have been proven winners. Even if we haven't won the Premier League in 14 years, it's proven cup winners. One's the better squad. What's going on with Villa now? They had one good season, and now they're falling off. They don't have Jack Grealish, and they have a lot of good players there. I think the key difference might be is John Terry's no more there as their assistant, if I'm not mistaken. And now they seem to be leaking a whole lot more goals. So I have to give John Terry a bit of credit over there to say he looks like he might be a decent assistant or coach to sort out defense. Because last season, Villa were not conceding goals.
Clever man, John Terry as well.
So
didn't take the leap that his friend Frank took. He seems to be, realizing his place. That
learning his trade.
Yes, you gotta, before you start with the coaching roles, you gotta first master the craft. You gotta get nitpick from everyone.
Can't just be a pundit.
So that's how I view Aston Villa and the rejuvenation. Aston Villa is a top 12 club, not a top 10 club. In all honesty, okay, let me say top 10, maybe not, but they had one good season, mate. One good season, and that's all I can say about them right now. Like they have to prove that. And don't tell me about the time they won the Champions League in 1960. What? I don't care.
Yeah,
you haven't done it since.
No, fair point. I look at this from a West Ham point of view and think to myself, this was a good result. Aston Villa is a side that, West Ham would be competing with, in that mid-table battle. And they did well. I've been seeing calls for Declan Rice to be described as world class after this performance. I don't know if that's necessarily true. He's a good player, but not world class in my opinion. And Martinez has just been, it's been bad performance after bad performance as a goalkeeper. I think he's, that Argentinian Copa America win got to his head.
Oh boy.
Now, things are just happening for him. But I agree with you from a West Ham point of view. Not West Ham, Aston Villa. I look at the squad and just think, quite average players. Because I'm looking at Emi Buendia, who's supposed to be replacing Jack Grealish. There are games I even forget he's playing.
You know what I can put it?
Like,
the best
And
way
he's
I
coming from Norwich.
Well, I can put it now. Remember, everybody was when we lost out to Emi when what?
Yes, they wanted us to get him as our number 10.
And I don't mind that now, but he's joining a squad with better players at a higher level of quality that is needed. He might have kicked on there, man, but when you join Aston Villa, you're joining to be the man. When Emi Buendia joins Arsenal, he's not joining to be the man. Aubameyang is rated higher. I could cry like a Z and probably rated higher than him at that moment in time.
Of course.
And then
he came from Norwich.
you got a bunch of you're not there to be the man. When you join to be the man, it's a different type of pressure, and very few players can carry a team like that.
Yeah.
Look, also Aston Villa, we mustn't get overexcited. This is what, their third season back in the Prem? These guys won the championship not too long ago. Like, even top 10 is a big dream. 3 seasons in.
Yeah.
That's a big dream.
Set realistic expectations. Because even Emi, when he plays for Argentina, he's not the man at Argentina yet. So how can he be the man at club level now? And being the man at club level at championship is a different ball game, man. Only Watkins was a good striker at the championship.
I knew that Ollie Watkins.
I was waiting for the jab.
The Ollie Watkins jab is coming, though. I think we'll just wrap up with the West Ham versus not West Ham, Wolverhampton Wondrous versus Everton. Before we go into break, that game happened at the Molineux Stadium, and Wolves actually beat Everton 2-1. Goals from Max Killerman and Raul Jimenez and Alex Iwobi, the 40 million pound signing, finally scored his goal.
Nobody was fleeced. That was good money for a player that was worth it at the time.
Yeah, he was.
Iwobi was worth it at the time.
Yes.
No,
compared to what
in
other
all
players
He was ever worth 40 million.
Yes.
In all fairness, he was.
Yes.
At that point.
At that point.
But then they benched him. And I
40
think.
million.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, hey, bruh.
In this transfer market, he was worth every penny.
Yeah, and that one.
Hectic.
But
Okay.
that was a while back. But that's when we still had fans and whatnot in the stadium. That was before COVID. You know, there were the ridiculous signings.
He's a hard-working player, runs up and down the wing. He puts in a shift.
How much was
Yeah,
really?
that
how
sounds
much?
like 40 million, yeah?
How much was Brewster?
Yeah, Brewster was a cool
If Brewster was worth that amount, then it was okay. I think Brewster was probably like
They were both fleeces.
no,
One
but,
was worse.
but that's why I'm saying Iwobi's fleece seems to be working.
Yeah, at least you get something out of him.
Yeah. No, but
That Liverpool fleece is a dirty one, Joe.
yeah, no, listen. They're gonna keep fleecing guys.
They've been fleecing guys. And I said this when they sold Dominic Solanke, that these guys are taking chances.
And I don't know, Dominic Solanke just had one good like junior World Cup or something, and then he was just rated. I just remember that he scored like a lot of goals in like one of the like it must have been under 19 or under 23 World Cups.
So at that stage, Chelsea kept winning the FA Youth Cups, and he kept being the top scorer and whatever. So he was hyped up.
Shame. What a shame. But yeah,
Let's talk about this team, guys.
what do you think about this result, Uncle Lukusa?
Everton, what the hell? But good result for Wolves. I think you see they want to play football, so I like it. I like what they're trying to do because they want to play football. That Trincao, Traore with his running. Jimenez gives you what Jimenez gives you. He's a big, target man striker, but he turns so well. So he holds the ball, turns well. That Huang looks like a player too.
Yeah.
Looks like a player too. So it looks like they're putting something together nicely there.
I must say.
Everton,
I do agree there. Uncle Curtis, what do you say about this result?
I'm going to start questioning whoever is in charge of recruitment at Everton now.
Because of you all be now.
No, not because the only signing they got right there was Iwobi. We go through this Everton squad. Nobody stands out here. Defenders, Mason Holgate, Michael Keane, Ben Godfrey, Seamus Coleman. None of those players make it into a top 16.
No.
Alright, so we go to midfielders. Allen is the standout. Right.
34-year-old Allen or something like that.
I thought it was still 26. He's 34. So
Yeah, he was at Napoli doing things at Napoli.
No, he's 30. He's still decent.
Okay, but you die.
30.
Okay, but then
He just has an old man face.
Andros Townsend, the Nigerian superstar, Alex Iwobi in there. And then who's Jean Philip
Gabamin.
Yeah.
Or something like that, yeah.
And then the other decent signing is your forwards. It's Richarlison. And then Damari Gray, who was decent at Leverkusen, but not top 4 material. He got released by Leicester, basically.
Yeah.
Then we go to the bench. Tom Davies, Fabian Delph, Begovic, Senk, whoever, Anthony Gordon. Look at that squad. The managers have been getting a lot out of that squad. Spurs have better players. I argue West Ham have better players.
Yeah.
Right? Who else is there? Leicester have better players.
You could even say Aston Villa has better players than these guys.
Yes, Aston Villa has better players.
Okay, I wouldn't say Villa.
Or round about the same level of players.
Yeah.
Because okay, fine. Emi Martinez was a decent signing for them. Mings, England international for Aston Villa.
But on a collective, I'd probably say Everton has a better squad.
Okay. But
I think
but we heard how we were talking about Aston Villa just now.
It was meh.
Everton is meh in the same breath. The squad is there, but it's and these guys have been spending money.
They've been, boy.
What's the identity of Everton?
They've been, boy.
So what's the identity? What type of players are they trying to recruit? Did they start and say, nah, we're going to get this profile of player?
I won't lie. I feel like Everton did blow a lot of money off nothing signings. I mean, they bought Rondon. I didn't understand that signing.
From China.
Yeah. They bought Rondon.
It's a lot of money spent on players who don't give you an identity.
You go...
That's very concerning.
But yeah, maybe the Rondon signing was a panic move because Calvert-Lewin's injured. So that changes stuff. But, I mean, before the Calvert-Lewin situation happened, who was the replacement in this, this whole setup? Because I look at this bench and think to myself, this squad is very thin. They've thrown in a lot of youth signings.
Their best players might come from the youth team.
That's why James best. Ancelotti's gone. Nah.
I'd rather play in Saudi Arabia.
It's I don't even know who they're playing next week.
Hey, actually, results like this prove maybe, we shouldn't have been criticizing Rodriguez when he wanted to leave. Because he might have seen something and thought,
I want to play for mid-table.
Yeah, you can already see you're practicing with guys who they picked up at the local pub.
Tom Davies.
Guys they picked up at the local pub. Yeah, man.
Alexi Wobi.
Leave that. He's a Nigerian international, my boy.
He's a Nigerian international.
He was there when he beat Messi and co-ed for Argentina.
Sure. No. He's lit. It's just that 40 million somehow.
It was worth every penny for them.
Yeah. But I think we'll wrap up the first part of this episode to take a little break. Refill our drinks and our carrot juices and red wines. It seems guys have gotten bougie over the weekend. But yeah, what what nut is in there?
What did they say? Smell it with your mouth open.
But yeah, guys, thanks for joining us for part 1. And yeah, please do tune into part 2. Stay tuned for part 2 if you're on Spotify and Anchor. And if you're on YouTube, obviously do click the link for the next episode. But yeah, cheers, guys. We'll catch you in part 2.